Hallelujah. Hosanna. Hallelujah.
Hi guys, morning and welcome back to the channel Sweet Such Sharon on YouTube. My name is Sharon Henry. Guys, I don't know if it's me alone, but I'm referring to the case of Jaden Smith that is missing. That little 12-year-old boy or 13-year-old boy that is missing in Jamaica. So I am really concerned about it. So I'm scrolling on all of Jamaican news media. So I'm searching update on the case. Is the body of Jaden Smith found? Is Jaden Smith still alive? Update on the search for Jaden Smith. And guys, it keeps on going back to the first time when Jaden Smith was missing. So I don't see any update. I don't see if there is a search. I believe that I saw where they said there was a search, but it's from like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I think it's going into the third week now. But social media, guys, TikTok, YouTube, all of the social media platforms are trying or are interested in this case of this missing young boy. So my question is, here's my question, because I don't want you all to say that all the time I'm on Jamaica government and, you know, saying negative things about the government. This is not it. What I'm going to say now is that the country where I am right now, if there's a missing child, if a child is missing, we have something called Amber Alert, right? So right away, that alert would go off to notify everybody that there's a child missing. It's an alarm to say that it's an active case. We're looking for this child. Sometimes you have false alert because maybe the father, and I'm not saying it is false, but maybe the father has joint custody of the child and the child overstayed. And if that mother called the police and said, well, my child should come home, or my child's father should drop him home at 12 o'clock, but now it's 10 after 12. Now it's 12:30, right? That alert would come on. And or if, you know, the child is missing for any reason, you call the police, you put out, and the Amber Alert would go off. All right, okay. I'm not going over the hula hoop of all of these things that is going on social media, because for me, yes, I am an influencer. I am a, you know, content creator, and yes, we're in it. For most of us are in it for money. We're on YouTube, so we talk about different topics, you know. But for me, when it comes to somebody's life, especially a child, I am a mother and I'm a grandmother. My main concern is for this little boy to be found alive. So it is alleged that, you know, the cousin of this little boy dropped this little boy off at school. I don't know. They drop him at school, and from that day they don't see the little boy. Because of the other incidents that followed, you know, the whole thing about, you know, the cousin's child that fell, and the cousin flew down to Jamaica, and everything starts up and down. You know, I don't want to get into it. I want to focus on Jaden Smith, you know. And again, what is going on with the case? Number one, is it an active case when it comes to the police the security of the country? Is it an active case? Are they searching for that little boy? Is there investigation? Are the people of this little boy's family members, are they investigated? Are they tracing the whereabouts of this little boy? Is he alive? Is he hiding somewhere? Is somebody hiding him? What is going on? And I don't see that news report in the Jamaica news that we can believe in. TVJ, that I watch TVJ. I have TVJ, the channel here, where I am in Canada. So I watch TVJ, right, for news briefing in Jamaica. But unfortunately, there's nothing. I Googled, there's nothing, no update on the case, except on social media where everybody is saying, oh, they know who is involved. This person is saying that, this cousin is saying that, this brother is saying that, and all kind of different things. So my question is, what is the law enforcement in the country is doing to find this little boy? Whether he's unalive or whether he's alive. How can a system so slack? Mark you, we can't stop social media. We can't stop people from saying what they want to say on social media. That's not my point. My point is, if you are not doing anything, social media is going to do something. And on social media, some, if not most of the influencers are doing this to get views, to get likes, and to get paid by YouTube. So, although, yes, they are concerned, yes, women and men, their mothers, their fathers too, and yes, they want to see that Jaden is found, whether dead, unalive, or alive. They want to see that. But it's a different perspective when it comes to the influencers. This is trending and everybody is picking up on it. But my concern is for that little boy to be found alive, unhurt. But people who we can trust with news, like the police, we're not hearing anything. We're not hearing anything that, okay, the police are investigating all of the family members one by one. The lady that came down from foreign, who is a member, who is a cousin of Jaden, she went back to America. We don't hear that any investigation is going on. No arrest is made, and this little boy cannot be found. Now we hear that the principal of the school that he goes, Mandeville High School, is involved in maybe relationship with the woman, cousin, who flew down from America, whose son, of course, got hurt. What is going on? And this is not, all of these news are not coming out of the Jamaica national news. So I can say then it's credible sources. They're credible news. Yes, I did see a video of the principal talking that, somebody saw Jaden. One of his staff saw Jaden and raised an alarm, called his name, and he ran, right? And he got slipped up because she got slipped up. They didn't hold him. And all now, Jaden still cannot be found. So now the big question is, of course, he's a principal of the school, but what relationship does he have with the family? We hear that he's the boss of Jaden's grandmother, I think, Jaden's grandmother. Yeah, and so or his auntie, I don't know. So what relationship do they have? I don't want to go over all these things that I hear on social media, because for me, if it's not credible, I don't want to repeat it. My concern is that they find this little boy, this nice little boy who, is the victim in all of this. And I prayed for him, and I'm still praying for him. Well, you cannot pray for a dead person, for a person who is unalive. So I'm praying for him to be safe, to be alive. But if he is not alive, of course, the prayer is irrelevant. So we're praying, and I'm praying that if, God forbid, he's not alive, that they will find his body, and that some semblance of truth, something that makes sense, can come out of this. And the person who is responsible for him, unalive if he is, will be brought to justice. That's what I want, and I am holding the security force, the police force, the people who are supposed to be investigating INDECOM, to give us something that is tangible, that makes sense, to say that this little boy is a citizen of Jamaica. Come on, Jamaica, you're bigger than that. Everybody in the world must have heard about this. Jamaica, the whole security of the country doesn't look good. A lot of things are just going on when it comes to violence against people, like domestic violence. Couple days ago, again, another lady was unalived by her ex-boyfriend. I'm sure you see that. Her ex-boyfriend wanted to get back with her. She said no. He attacked her with a machete. He minced her body up and also chopped the daughter. The daughter is in the hospital. She is unalive. The son is traumatized. What's going on? Domestic violence is on the rise. Child neglect is on the rise. Child abandonment is on the rise. Everything is going topsy-turvy in Jamaica when it comes to crime and other things. So my concern is for things to get better and justice for Jaden Smith. And my wish is that he's found alive. That is where I stand in all of this. One of our fellow YouTuber, he said that it seemed like nobody is interested in Jaden. Everybody is interested in talking about it, but nobody's out there looking for him. You don't see an island-wide search for this little boy, like when people are missing. I remember a couple of years ago, a little boy was missing not far from me, down at the Credit River. They were having picnic, and the little boy wandered away. And I tell you, the whole night, you hear helicopter, you see searchlight, the whole night, because where I am, I could see the lights, I could hear the helicopters. People were out there looking for that little boy, and they found him in the middle of the night in the river. Yeah, that's how important this little boy was, and he was an immigrant. But once somebody is missing and they suspect foul play, listen, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be searched for in these countries. That's why they call us third world country. Because we don't do our due diligence to care for the citizens of our country. So guys, thank you so much for listening, so much for watching. I'm not going to be the popular one. I'm not going to be the one who's going to get a lot of view, because maybe I'm talking something that makes sense. It's not cas, it's not pasa, not pasa. All right, so thank you so much for listening, and let us, go out there, guys. Go out there. Everybody who is concerned in Manchester, get a search team. Mothers who have time, go out there. Don't just sit and talk about it. Go out there, and men in the community who love children, go out there and do a search for Jaden, you know. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and peace out.